So, what is the date today anyway?
It is
The 23rd?
23rd? Yeah.
23rd.
Oh, so July 23rd, 2016. Right? Yeah.
At Krowswork Gallery.
At Krowswork. Yeah, so what is happening in here?
I shouldn't be in the frame.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
There's
No,
frame.
no.
No, it doesn't. Come in, Brooke. You need to talk about stuff. So what do we have here? You're talking about these are Yogini paintings?
I've got these Yogini self-portraits
Uh-huh.
that I painted in India in 2003.
Okay. All in a series, like
Uh-huh.
in a row?
And I even had them framed there.
Oh. So these are frames from
The frames, yeah.
Wow. What part of India?
It was in Orissa,
Okay.
yeah. It's a very poor estate, but I was visiting the Yogini temple ruins.
Okay. Wow.
And then the Kawandi, these are,
It's rolling.
Kawandi is the Sidi people's word for quilt.
Mm.
So I don't think of them as quilts.
Yeah.
I mean, that word actually is a loaded word, and people think blankets, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Was
so,
that what they, I mean...
well, of course, they're
their
using them for warmth, but I consider theirs like ultimate art. There, you can see on that monitor. That's at one of their meetings.
So these are made there?
No, but I learned how to do it.
You learned how to do it there. You took classes there.
You were already quilting at that point.
Yes, I was doing more traditional techniques.
Mm.
This is a completely different technique because they're not pieced, they're not appliqued. So I had to go there to learn it.
Yeah, so what is the process? They're overlapped over...
Yeah, it's like tiling a roof. You start in a corner and you work around the edge, laying on pieces as you go.
Wow.
So,
That's fantastic.
yeah.
And that's all of these quilts have that?
They're all
style?
made the same way, yeah. So here's a piece in progress. You can sort of see.
Here, let's put it up here so we can see it. Wow. Holy man.
I'm getting a little fun with this
So you
one.
you pin them first and then you sew them? Wow. Wow, that's so great, Margaret. Oh my God. So do they kind of happen?
They're totally spontaneous. Totally, like you get here and I think, oh, I'm going to put some of that here. You don't think about whether it's going to work or, like if I had thought
you're going
about
on
this, it
intuition
would
the
never
whole
have
time.
wound up in here because I would have thought not good, too corny,
Yeah.
too this, too that.
So this allows you to quilt with intuition.
Yeah, they're completely intuitive. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
You don't know what it's going. I have no idea what's going to happen in here. On this one here, I'm there. I'm in the center, and so I just finally thought, because once you get to the center, you want to do something special, right?
Oh.
So I'm going to put this in, and this. I'm going to have that rick-rack,
Wow.
and then this
Wow.
little thing is going to go in there.
And do you collect all this fabric as you?
It's all,
as
nothing
you
is
go
new
around?
here. It's all recycled or from tailors' shops,
Yeah. Yeah.
off the floor, the stuff they're throwing away, waste material, they call it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Is there something like there's sort of a frame around it, right?
well,
Is
I
that
did
part
this
of
one like that. That's up to you.
Yeah.
They don't all have that. This one doesn't have that,
Mhm.
This is a little boy's shirt collar.
Oh my God.
And that one over there is part of a girl's dress.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it still looks like a dress. You can see it.
That's my most recent one.
This one. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's like the triangles at the end. Is that
You
like
have to have those little, they're called fula, and you have to have them. If you don't have them, it's naked. And
What do
that's
they represent?
yeah.
Do they?
Flower.
Flower?
Or that's the word, phula, Phula. It's the word for flower. But it's a necessary thing, right?
So they make it, and then if you were there and you showed them this quilt you made and it didn't have those, they would be kind of embarrassed.
Where are your phula, they would say.
Where are your fula? That's a good question.
Not wearing.
Brooke, where are your fula?
Oh God, it's just
I
like
didn't
those
put them on
dreams where
these.
you
I
go
did.
to school in your pajamas.
This was a series I did this last trip in India. I did it all in India. There were 9 pieces like this.
Wow.
I didn't put the phula on there
Uh-huh.
because I thought, these aren't really Kawandi.
Yeah.
They're just little
They're made using
art
that
pieces.
process.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. This is incredible.
It's so fantastic.
And what is it each, I mean, this is the dumb question everybody asks, but what is the time, like how long do you spend on something like this?
I would say maybe that was maybe 30 hours.
Okay.
I can only count by hours because, life, you're living your life, right?
Right.
You might not work for 3 days and then you might work 1 hour one day and whatever, so you can't really say how many weeks or months or anything.
Is it hard to stop when you're working on it? Like, do you have to force yourself, tear yourself away, or do you get tired and?
Both. Right now, because I'm going through physical problems, I'm just doing this like mad. Because when I'm working, I'm not thinking
Yeah.
about, any problems or
So it's like a
anything.
meditation.
So, yeah. Well, I was going to say escapes, which brings us now like to that interesting, those two things.
So about whether meditation is
Meditation.
actually an escape.
Well, it's
As
an
opposed
escape
to
into the present, totally. So it is kind of an escape from all that other junk. The tape machine that goes nonstop.
Well, but you're supposed to be observing that tape machine.
Well,
so
yeah.
Is it an escape? I guess it's an escape because you're standing outside of it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But even with that, when you're doing a process like this, I think it's one of the great things about art as a meditation process is that your like the tape machine, its contents end up being, I think, gradually replaced by the creative process.
Yes.
So that then later, when you just have your monkey line, your tape loops and everything, they're not necessarily full of, Mr. Trump and all the other things. So.
Oh, sometimes I don't know exactly how you survive, Brooke.
Me?
Because from just on the basis of the things that you share on YouTube, I mean, you are so right in there in the middle of all the.
Unenlightened is the polite term.
Well, it's about experience. You're experiencing our time in your way. Well.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So this one, video-wise, this one is the land, and this is.
There.
Okay.
That's working with those people.
Right. Okay.
So they sit on their porch. That guy pumping water is just across the road, right? That's what they're hearing and seeing.
Can they sit on the porch and make these all
Yes.
day?
Well, when they're not taking care of the kids or cooking or cleaning or whatever they have to do, the men are usually out working in the rice fields. Of course, they don't own the rice fields.
Yeah.
Actually, what's happened with the women making these pieces is they're getting more known, and so they do sell their pieces. So they have developed a whole collective. See her foot there? I can't do it in their position. I can't do that.
She's crouched, like down and like. How did she do it? On her.
She's sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
And holding, because you need some tension, right? So she's holding it down with her foot, and then her opposite thigh, it's tucked under her thighs. So you should try to get it no quilt
Wow.
frames.
Yeah.
Do they ever collaborate on a quilt?
Yeah,
Like
those
people
two,
are making
those two
one
women
quilt?
are, it's interesting because one of them's right-handed and the other one's left-handed, so they do bump occasionally.
That's so great. And there's this even rows of stitches? Is that because of construction?
Because you're starting in a corner and you're going on the edge and you just keep going around till you get to the center. So,
Oh, is this a spiral?
yes,
Oh, so
right.
the stitch is
But
a
now
spiral?
I'm,
Yeah.
40 pieces later, I'm
Yeah.
starting to break that. Like for instance on this one, I stopped doing it because I got to this fabric here and I thought,
Oh,
why
right.
should I do this there? That should be something else,
Yeah.
right? Or those faces or,
Yeah.
so
Oh, they're beautiful. That's so great.
those flames there, I tried to deal with that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I love how the faces are outlined by the stitches.
Fabulous fun dining you have, my dear. Daddy. Very good.
This is Sherry, Mom. Brook Hinton. Paul Lundahl.
Paul, Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
I am Julie.
Queen, I just think Queen all the time.
Yeah,
That is
good. So to enjoy it sometime from the nearby bakery.
I see you've been twice in a week.
Yes, yes. Quite addicted.
I have something to show you.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna stop now, Margaret.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.